Escape to the world of your dreams with Windows Mixed Reality and hardware from Acer, Dell, HP, Lenovo, and Samsung. You can escape the everyday into a world of imagination. Personalize your virtual home with great content and surround yourself with apps from 20,000 available titles. Pre-order your Windows Mixed Reality headsets now at firstlooks.tv/Microsoft.
So our next interview. Hi, do you think you can interview yourself for the people watching?
My name is Tony Glockler. I'm the co-founder and CEO of SolidProfessor.
Okay. So SolidProfessor, what's that?
So we do engineering software skills readiness for students. So if they're looking to learn engineering software tools such as CAD tools, CAM tools, design for manufacturing, general GD&T, basically any tools that software tools are going to be used in engineering and design.
Okay. So how did this idea, or like how did you join this company?
First?
SolidProfessor.
SolidProfessor first.
So it kind of came out of, I guess, born out of need. So I co-founded it with one of my co-founders, Pedro Santana, and both of us were in the software space, so kind of CAD experts. And 2004 is when we kind of identified that there's really not a lot of great ways to learn how to use CAD tools, and specific it was SolidWorks, which I think is used pretty readily amongst the first teams here.
Mm-hmm.
And
SolidWorks Inventor, almost every team uses.
Yep. And so yeah, we cover SolidWorks. That's where we started, and just recognized that you either went to a classroom or you bought a book, and it wasn't always the best learning experience for a tool that has a lot of capabilities, and you need to go back and refresh yourself frequently.
I actually was using this program in my class last year, and I had a SolidWorks class that's required by the USF coursework here, and that was required to take the class was to get SolidProfessor.
Really?
So I've been able to use you guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
How did it go?
Yeah. It was great. I passed the class. Like, I got an A in this class, and SolidProfessor was a great help. And it was skills that I was able to teach again I'm now a mentor for Team Duct Tape.
Really?
And I'm able to help the students, and they're like, oh, how does this work? And I'll be like, I still have SolidProfessor, so I'm always like, oh, let's look it up, because you don't always remember.
That's
you do go back and
fantastic. That just
so you can still go back and reference everything on SolidProfessor. That's cool.
It has video references, like you can watch videos on how to use certain tools, and I love using it.
Did you make your way through and get certifications as well?
I got a certification through the school. We had a student certification. Mm-hmm. It was part of the class that you had to get certified, so that did happen. Mm-hmm. I didn't go through all the way to SolidProfessor because coursework and stuff, but I was using it for references and homework. So
fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah. So, what are you doing here at ROBOTICON?
I'm here to support, for one, and then two, just to see the action. So we started sponsoring the first robotics last year, and I haven't made it to any of the events yet.
Oh, so this is your first time?
This is my first time.
Awesome.
Wow.
So it's been fantastic.
So what do you think?
I think it's great. I wish I would have had something like this when I was in school.
Yeah. And what's your favorite part of ROBOTICON?
My favorite part so far? Actually, I haven't made it down on the floor yet to see all of the specifics, but I love the challenge in general and how it's broken up into a couple different categories. So I was talking to Ken from the FTC, and he was sharing that quite a bit of it isn't just the exhibition about like the hands-on part of it, rather the process that you go about, how you get scored on that, and then once you're on the floor and how well your robot executes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a complicated program on how to perform well. It's not just the robot. It's everything involving in the robot, too.
And how did SolidProfessor connect with FIRST?
That's a great question. I think we work with a lot of different schools, and I think through all the schools we work with, there was someone had introduced us to FIRST and said, hey, this might be a great fit. Because I think one of the great things about FIRST is that it's not just about the CAD tools, which is frequently taught in schools, where it just becomes how to use the software tools. And FIRST, what's great about it is that you end with a lot of emphasis on the manufacturing part of it as well, so hands-on skills. In my background, I was a mechanical engineering student at UCLA, and I thought there was a big gap because I was completely disappointed when I made it to my senior year, and the only hands-on skills that we got from my years in school was a senior project. so it was a total disappointment. And then I see this, and I go, this is fantastic. I can't wait to get my girls started in this program.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be in the FLL first, though. They're going to be Legos to start.
Yeah.
But they'll make their way all the way up.
Okay. I was curious on like what kind of what's the range of the programs you guys provide?
Great question. So we cover everything from SketchUp, which is a little more of an introductory CAD tool, all the way to the kind of the commercial production type tools. So like we talked about, SolidWorks, Inventor. We also do manufacturing, so Mastercam, CamWorks, and then we also cover some of the other kind of engineering topics such as GD&T. So as you're getting into production, you want to know kind of more manufacturing-based skills. Design for manufacturing, we have a course on that as well. So everything from the kind of introductory CAD type tools all the way through manufacturing the capabilities. We also do analysis, so if you want to see, I don't know how much people go into that here, but if you want to see the part's going to fail or how an assembly is going to operate and in whatever its environment is, we cover.
So it's concentrated in engineering?
Yeah, we focus completely on the engineering space.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is, and it is a great tool because almost every team uses SolidWorks Inventor, and learning how to use that is always a challenge because these are high school students, and not all of them have classes in their schools on how to use SolidWorks. So it is, and going through YouTube and trying to find tutorials is a hard, long process trying to find that. So
the right like professor, like the right person who can teach it to you. That's
Yeah.
also pretty difficult. How do you like overcome stuff like that?
So frequently, there's a lot of great teachers we already work with, and so they might have some of their own curriculum already, or maybe there's some projects they want their students to work on, and we really fit in as a supplement. So if there's, you can really take SolidProfessor as a kind of pull it out of the box and start using it type of a solution, or if you already have a curriculum. So a lot of the instructors we work with already have some great projects that they work with, whatever it may be, and then they'll use us as kind of supplemental material so students can learn kind of in a flipped classroom kind of environment where you can go through and you can get caught up with the material, and then the instruction time can be real valuable hands-on time where the instructors are actually engaging with the students and you're actually building something in class.
Okay. Is this something that's like a package? Do you like purchase a package of classes, or like how does it?
How do people get SolidProfessor?
Yeah. Like how does it work?
It's a box that we ship in the mail. I'm just kidding.
with multiple professors inside.
And you just
I would like one of those.
it, and there it is. No, it's all online, so it's pretty straightforward. So any of the schools that we work with, you sign up, and each student gets their own account. And so what's great about that is that you can use it kind of for linear learning. So instructors can create a homework assignment, and that assignment then becomes the curriculum for the class year or whatever the quarter is, the term. It could be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way through whatever the term length is assigned by the instructor. But then students also have access to the entire library of material. So if you want to do your own self-study and get a little bit further ahead, maybe you have an interest in CAM, maybe you have an interest in simulation, other topics, students can kind of work their way ahead.
Is this something that students pay for?
Yeah, so it depends. A lot of the high schools we work with, it's purchased by the high school for them. And then once they graduate, one of the big benefits is once you graduate, you have access to that material afterwards as well. So it's not just in classroom, but
cool.
After you've left, maybe you've got an internship or you've got a job over the summer, whatever it may be, you continue to have access. So it keeps you, keep your skills up to speed.
Yep. And that's in my class too. I did have to pay for it, but that's college everywhere. You do have to pay. Colleges, you have to buy everything yourself. But now I do have access to it, and I still continue to use it.
Okay. Sounds like a very valuable tool.
It is. I will testify that it is a very great tool, and that I still use it today.
That's great to know it's working. I didn't just say it; you said it as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She's living, breathing proof.
Yes, case study right here.
Yes, right here. Yeah. Yeah, but I tell people who. Sometimes mechanicals do have to take this class, but I know electrical engineers that want to learn SolidWorks, and I'm always like, oh yeah, SolidProfessor, it's the greatest tool. Like they always say, like go to YouTube, but I'm like, Nah, you gotta pay to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, problem with YouTube, you don't know where you're going to end up. The first video, and then next thing you know, you're looking at sailing vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so
Exactly.
bad, yeah, not so bad.
And then
but
you get off topic, and then you're wasting time, and at least that's just me.
different use of time, yeah, different use of time. Maybe not focused time.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, and some more about you being here at ROBOTICON, that you're sponsored for first teams.
Correct.
How does that work?
So very straightforward. Any first teams that would like to have a SolidProfessor account for their team, you can go to our site, or you can reach out to us through our site and request an account for your team. We'll sponsor any teams for first. So just submit it through the form. We'll create an account for you so that anyone on the team can get up to speed with any of the software tools or any of the topics that we cover. So yeah, we're super excited and, to be sponsors for first. It's been a really great experience. So
That's
it's
so
free account.
Does that also work for alumni teams? Because I know I mean, my school, I go to Florida Polytechnic University. It's a new school in Lakeland.
Uh-huh.
We have an alumni team that works on the First Tech Challenge. We do like robot in a weekend, and we use those valuable tools as well. So I was just wondering, like, if that was an opportunity.
I think I know someone that might be able to hook you up. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Sounds like you guys are continuing to live the dream. Keep
Oh,
doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd
And that's
love
what
to.
we were talking about, like working with First even after graduating from our teams.
Yeah, here at USF, I'm the president of the First Alumni Club here. So
There's an alumni club as
there
well?
is at USF, and
There's an
the
alumni club
Polytech.
also
Yeah,
at Polytech.
now colleges are having their own First Alumni Club. If you're involved in USF,
That's
you
how
should do
big
this.
First is.
Because
I love it.
because once you're in first forever.
You're stuck.
First for
They
life.
keep
Yes.
you in.
just shy of a required tattoo.
Well, thank you so much for coming here.
And I
Absolutely.
don't think we got your website. Can you just list out your website for
Oh.
anyone who's interested?
Very, very straightforward. It's www.solidprofessor.com.
You can find information there, and thank you so much for coming
All right.
on.
Thank you so much.
Have a good rest of your ROBOTICON
I will.
experience.
I will. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have used that before, and it was a great help in class.
That
and,
is so
and now
interesting.
learning that, I loved how you're like, yeah, so how about for First Alumni
For
teams? I'm
First
like,
alumni teams.
I'm here in my head going like, oh, I could have used this last year. That's what went on.
So, I mean, we know we can go on the website. We can contact him.
Yeah.
There are hookups.
First teams.
It's really cool.
Seriously, this is going to be your greatest asset, because I know Team Duct Tape, we love making all of our parts in CAD and SolidWorks first, because we don't want to waste time, materials, or money buying these parts. So we do it in CAD to know that it will work, that it will fit.
Okay.
And this is a great thing.